dear students of Standard 8. Welcome to Botany class. How are you everybody? Hope you all are well and safe. Today we are going to study about reproduction in plants of chapter 4. So today's topic is reproduction in plants, and in this class we will learn about the asexual and sexual reproduction in plants and different parts of the flower. Now let's first understand what did you mean by the word reproduction. Reproduction is a unique, fundamental and natural features of all organisms. Organisms give rise to other organisms of the same kind to continue generations. Each individual organism exists as a result of reproduction. If reproduction did not occur in organism, they would be extinct. From a bacterium up to human beings, all organisms maintain the existence of their species by reproducing. So, reproduction is the complex process by which an organism produces its offspring is known as reproduction. There are two types of reproduction: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. The reproduction of plant takes place without fusion of male gamete and female gametes is called asexual reproduction. Through asexual reproduction, offspring arise from a single parent and inherit the genes of the parents only. It is reproduction which does not involve meiosis in fertilizations. The offspring will be exact genetic copies of the parents. Asexual reproduction is mostly found in the lower graded living organism. Asexual reproduction may take place in two ways: by formation of spores and vegetative organ. First one is by the formation of spores. Asexual reproduction takes place by formation of spore in lower plants like fungi, algae, moss and fern, etc. Everybody see the figure. This is the figure of mucor. This is one kind of fungus. Before producing spores, some somatic cells are modified to form a special cell called sporangium. Sporangium is a sac-like structure. A fully formed sporangium generally bears numerous spores, but sometimes sporangium bears a single spore. Spore may develop outside the sporangium. These are known as exospore. Some exospore are known as conidium. This type of fungus, that means mucor, reproduces asexually by the forming of enormous number of microscopic spores inside the sporangium. And another fungus like penicillium reproduces by the formation of conidia. Now, vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is a form of asexual reproduction in plants, in which multicellular structure become detached from the parent plant and develop into new individuals that are genetically identical to the parent plant. The vegetative reproduction in angiosperm can be divided into two categories, and in this method new plants are produced by the vegetative part of the plants. There are two categories: natural vegetative reproduction and artificial vegetative reproduction. Natural vegetative reproduction. This is the simplest method of reproduction in plants. The vegetative part of the plant's body, such as root, stem, root, leaf, etc., produce new member of the plants. First one is fragmentation. By the fragmentation process, plants reproduces vegetatively. Some organisms like Spirogyra, mucor, etc. bodies split into fragments. Each of these fragments develop into mature and fully grown individuals. Everybody see the figure. This one is a Spirogyra. Spirogyra is one kind of green algae. If in circumstance the body of the Spirogyra divided into many pieces, each of the pieces develops into new filament. They all are independent. Through root. Plants like dahlia, sweet potato, shagun, etc. reproduces by the root. In the figure, everybody, this one is the figure of sweet potato. Some plants like sweet potato, the adventitious roots become thick and swollen due to storage of food. Adventitious buds are also present on them. When such root bearing these buds are planted in soil, new plants are produced as a result of vegetative reproduction. Then next one is modified stem. The stem whose shape are not as like as a normal stem, they are called modified stem. You know that you must know which part of the plant's body is known as stem. In some cases, stems are modified. Some of these modified stems have no resemblance with true stem for their appearance and position. And stems are modified to form the function of storage of food, support, protection, and vegetative propagation. This modification can be given below by the formation of tuber. Everybody see the figure. This one is a figure of potato. Potato is a underground modified stem. Tubers of the potato are formed by the outgrowths from the lowest axillary bud, which turns downwards into the soil. Eventually, the tip of the underground stem fills with starch and swells rapidly to form a tuber. And in the tuber, there is many eye bud. This one is a eye bud. From the eye bud, new plants is produced, and which are independent plants. Next one is rhizome. Rhizome is another modified stem. This one is a ginger. The example of rhizome is ginger and turmeric. Rhizome lies parallel inside the soil. Like stem, it bears distinct node and internode. Internode bear scale leaf and auxiliary bud. They become flattening and juicy by storing of food. In favorable condition, this bud grows into individual plants. Another one is bulb. Bulb is another underground modified stem. The example of bulb is onion and garlic. This is very small stems. New plants grow on their axillary bud and terminal bud. Offset is another modified stem. The example of offset is a water hyacinth, spirodilla, etc. From a very short runner called an offset. Runner grows out horizontally from the auxiliary bud and forming several new plants. After some days, the daughter plants are detached from the mother plants and grow individually. Stolon. Stolon is another subaerial modified stem. Everybody see the figure. This type of stolon found in the arum, mint, that means pudina, etc. You may have seen arum stolon. These are branched from arum and modified for the reproduction. Stolon produce buds at the terminal end and thus helps in reproduction. Next one is a bulbil. Bulbil is a modified stem. Sometimes the axillary bud does not grow, but it stores food materials inside it. And after maturity, the bulbil detaches from the mother plants and drop on the soil and finally produces new plants. The example of bulbil is a yam. From leaves. Reproduction of Bryophyllum nightqueen takes place by its leaf. During rainy season, when a leaf falls on the ground, many new buds originate from every notch of its margin and gives rise to a new plants. All the process of vegetative reproduction cited above occurs naturally. The daughter plants that grows from vegetative reproduction has the same characteristics as the parents. So no new character appear. So for the production of better quality cash crop, artificial vegetative propagation method is used. Okay everybody, today up to this. Thank you.